Saturday, the 28th of May, 2022, Scrappy Murphy's in Birmingham, 7 p.m. Be there. The Chronicles of Podcast. Live. Tickets on sale now. Go to www.ctickets.com.
It's about getting into schools and talking to young people because, you know, I know that people can change. And it's about talking to people and getting them to understand and perhaps step back from violence and prejudice and whatever. And we just need to work together and keep on the good fight there.
Absolutely. Hey there, guys. We are ecstatically happy to announce that we are associated with the Sophie Lancaster Foundation.
The times are changing, and with the unfortunate death of Sophie, those changes have made a massive impact for the future. If Sophie was with us still today, I can guarantee what you are doing will still be reaching so many lives of young teenagers, young adults, and those who wish to be as different as possible. So thank you very much.
To find out more about this incredible foundation and all the work they do, and more importantly, how you can help, head on over to www.sophielancasterfoundation.com.
Well, what the absolute ass is going on, boys? This is Dake, and you're listening to the Chronicles of Podcast with Tom and Jamie.
Well, holy fuck, bud. This is Tyke. I'm on the Chronicles of with Jamie and Tom. Tom, right? Tom. And keep her greased, keep watching. These are good lads.
You know, they really are, buddy. You know, they're some of the best, right? You know?
Hey guys, what's going on? Normally, we'd all be devil waving right about now. We'd all be getting ready and excited and pumped up and ready for the next edition of the Chronicles of Podcast. But first and foremost, we want to address something first. As you all know, sadly, Sylvia Lancaster lost her life on Tuesday, the 12th of April. We had the privilege of sitting down with Sylvia back in September and released her interview in October for the Chronicles of Podcast. And obviously since then, we've become affiliated with the foundation themselves. They have done some unbelievable work that me and Jamie obviously believe in, stand by, and do anything and everything we can in aid of them. They are she's an inspirational woman. I'm stumbling over my words because I've never done a memoriam sort of thing before. And we just want to say, Sylvia, thank you for absolutely everything that you have done. In memory of your daughter starting the foundation, and obviously for us allowing us to be affiliated with your incredible charity and letting us work alongside you. It was truly an honour and a pleasure to sit down and talk to you.
Thank you, Sylvia, for everything you ever did for us. In the way you signed off every single message, we'll repeat that today. Love and light. Rest in peace, Sylvia.
Welcome to the next edition of the Chronicles of Podcast, the 36th edition, and we are going to put this in memory of Sylvia, and we are going to absolutely smash this right here out of the proverbial park. Hit it. Or should I bring the piece of resistance and make him sound like Gord? Hey boys, welcome to the Chronicles of Dake and Tyke. Dake and Tyke are played by two gloriously wonderful Canadians known as the Gentlemen Stoners, Micah Adrian and Braden Barrie.
Yeah, Micah is obviously joining us for the first time ever, and Braden Barrie is joining us for the third time. Absolutely insanity. But it's incredible. As we said at the start of this episode, Dake and Tyke needs to be watched by everyone. If you're a fan of things like Cheech and Chong, Jane, Silent Bob, those sort of things, you have to watch this fucking program because it's just Canadian stoners, but there's so much more to it. It's so well written. It's so well made. Everything. It's incredible. And considering it's incredibly low budget, it's just these two guys having fun. And it's just fantastic. And literally end every episode wanting to know what's happening next. And you will piss yourself laughing several times.
It is very, very funny. Very funny. That is DAKE and TYKE. Get onto YouTube right now. Hit that subscribe button because you won't be disappointed. There's 6 glorious episodes on there for you to enjoy. One is randomly very much longer than the other ones, but we talk about the interview anyway. But you need this in your life. Please give Dake and Tyke, Micah and Braden as much love as physically fucking possible because they deserve it. This interview is just glorious. You'll hear some of the characters in here as well. And it was just an absolutely wonderful time, really. We all had a time. We all had a time.
I can't recommend you go check out a couple of episodes at least before you listen to this interview because to have a bit more context to what's being said. But fuck me, this is amazing. Please go and watch this show because it's so good.
Thanks, Ron. Go check it right now, so you can understand why I'm talking in a Belgian accent. Get that. Jamie!
Yes, sir.
Any of those final words?
Just the Tinky Winkers, the Dipsies, and the Geralds. That's it. No, massive thank you to Braden and Micah. This was so much fun. Just amazing learning more about this show. And Braden, no doubt we'll find a 4th reason to get you on this show at some point.
Guys, thank you so much for taking time. We have a very busy schedule to sit and join us here at the Chronicles of Podcast. We appreciate it more than you could ever possibly and physically imagine. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, interviewing this week, a couple of gentlemen stoners, 2 phenomenal Canadians, Micah Adrian and Braden Barrie, better known as It's Dake and Tyke.
Yeah, for sure. You know what's crazy is that the meeting ID is the same as my credit card number.
What?
I'm just kidding. I just really wanted to start off with that.
I literally could be like, that's probably the most mental. How? I mean, it obviously can't be though, because obviously the numbers there's not enough numbers, but still, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. That's okay. People are like, all right, yeah. What is it? 8, 9,
yeah. That's funny.
Have you got a giant mug that says "Son of a Nutcracker"?
I do. I'm trying to, and I got it at like a thrift store for like $1. I'm trying to remember what movie it's from. Is this from Elf?
I was gonna say it's Elf, isn't it? I think. There's no point asking Tom. He doesn't know movies.
An Elf?
Oh yeah, you've actually seen Elf. You know.
Yeah.
You've seen Elf, but you've not seen Back to the Future.
Anyway, when I saw Back to the Future, when I spoke about movies, I'm gonna. There with. It's a nice little drum kit you got back there, Mike.
Oh yeah, thanks.
That is decent. That's
is that a
pretty
new
old?
one?
No, it's pretty old. It's actually
nice.
my buddy's, so just borrowing it. Yeah.
Nice, man.
So I like to do a bit of inspecting just the backgrounds, just because we're nosy as fuck. So
Mm-hmm.
I've got the old banjo going on there. Decent.
Oh yeah, pretty decent.
But we love it. All right,
We really do.
We love it. So we
got
want
it.
It's
Yeah,
gonna
we
be really
got
hard. It's gonna be so hard not to do it.
Yeah. I haven't. Yeah, dude. And we haven't done any Dake and Tyke for quite a while, so
Yeah,
we'll
it's been a
both have to
minute.
warm up into it.
Then the last one came on Christmas Day, 2020.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Wow,
Damn.
that is nuts. Especially
Yeah,
how you
man.
ended that shit as well. But we'll get to that anyway. But
Yeah.
still, it's like there needs to be another now because there's only so long we can hold on and be like, well, what's going on?
Yeah, for sure, man. There will be more for sure. Yeah.
Before we started talking about stuff that's probably going to be in the show, shall I do our intro and get this
Yeah, let's go for it.
ball rolling, as they say? Right. Ladies and gentlemen, there are many amazing duos on the screen: Batman and Robin, Sherlock and Watson, Chandler and Joey. But this week's guests bring you a duo that they have something that they don't. They're Canadian. Today's guests bring you a pair who are, quite frankly, dank as tits, buddy. The gentleman stoners, Dake and Tyke. Joining us for the 3rd time, it's Mr. Braden Barrie and the wonderful Micah Adrian. Join us as old Pap tells us the Chronicles of Dake and Tyke.
That was great.
Very nice.
That was great. Yeah, love that.
But I suppose we should probably get to the real hard-hitting shit first. So, Micah, how was your pandemic season, buddy?
It went. It's done. I'm not thinking about it anymore.
No?
No, that's good. Yeah.
Fair. So is that a question? Is that a place I should not have gone to?
No, it's all good. It's just it's traumatic. So
Yeah.
let's move on.
Fair. Yeah, sorry. My bad. Braid?
You know what? It was pretty greasy. But, I mean, being in Canada, it just was it's not the best place for it because it was just nuts. But I'm definitely still recouping mentally. Like, I feel like definitely, some real talk really definitely changed me a little bit. Like, I have a harder time, like, talking to people, and I feel like a lot more anxious than I was before. So it's definitely been a lot of introspection, but I feel like, try to use that time to, like, work on stuff and write and whatever. So.
Yeah.
Not to get all serious, but yeah.
That's okay. That's the start. We'll get this shit out of the way first, then we can get to the good bit. But literally Trudeau went mental, didn't he? Just locked everything. Like literally
Basically.
Forever. I don't think anything's ever going to open again, is it?
No. They built like giant cages around the whole country. Big giant cage.
Put so many people in as they could.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only feed them carrots once a day.
Yeah. Glad it's kind of over for sure.
Absolutely.
So take us back then, gentlemen. How did you two even meet in the first place?
Man, as far as my earliest memory, and it might be like a made up memory, but I just remember sitting at like a plastic table with you. Like, and then like with like these two little benches, and we didn't really know each other. Like, I swear that happened. And like, we were like peeking under the table and stuff.
That could be.
Yeah.
Earliest thing I remember is talking about Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
Must have been 4 or 5. Yeah.
Yeah. Hot Wheels. Crazy. Man. Yeah.
You've known each other since you were 4 or 5. Jesus.
Yeah,
Yep.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah, I went to the same school, and Micah, he went to a different school for how many years was that? I can't remember. You left in like grade something.
I left after kindergarten, came back for grade 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we went like that 7 years or so without seeing each other, and kind of like reconnected in grade 7. And I was kind of like into the same stuff as Micah, like movies and
Do you remember
music and stuff.
each other though from being that age? Do you have? I don't know how our earliest memories that sort of thing, but obviously if you're like, oh, it's kindergarten together. Do you?
I don't know. I just remember like being really excited that Micah was coming back because like I wasn't that close with a lot of people there, but I kind of don't remember how we made that connection like so early.
I have no idea. Yeah, I don't remember if we even.
Yeah,
grade 7. We just.
Yeah. But there was like this little at our old school. There was this little crack. We called it the crack. It was like the parking lot, and there was this little like kind of ditch that was like made of cement or stone or whatever. We used to go in there at recess time and talk about movie ideas and just literally hang out in the crack and
plan out the rest of our life. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like we're gonna go to film school and we're gonna do all this stuff, and yeah, good times.
That's awesome. I didn't realize you'd known each other that long. That's amazing. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So is Dake and Tyke the first thing you guys did creatively, or have you done other stuff in the past together then?
No, Mike has done most of my music videos. Like he shot them and like edited some of the early ones, and yeah, I mean we've worked, and we used to make like random like short films and stuff in high school.
Yeah, we were doing very experimental in high school for sure.
Yeah, like we were doing Dake and Tyke-esque stuff, like stories about our teachers and stuff, like yeah. So we've been doing this stuff since high school.
This exist
somewhere. Yeah, they're like burned on CDs.
It does.
Somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. I watched one yesterday.
Yeah.
Micah's face and was like, I know exactly where they are.
I got a little folder.
Yeah, man.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Will they ever see the light of day?
I did. Maybe when we know for sure the teachers aren't around anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe. No. But yeah, we used to do a lot of weird stuff. I hope you don't mind me kind of exposing all the stuff we did, but drawing cartoons of our teachers. I remember one time we had this one math teacher. We would draw a cartoon about him that he was like babysitting and he's wearing a diaper and stuff, and one time in the cafeteria at lunchtime he was on duty like watching everybody, and we're working on the comic, and he comes over and he's like, what are you boys working on? He's like, anything I can read? And we had to say no. We're like, no, sorry, you can't.
Quickly
like, what are
covered it
the
up.
odds? Yeah. So
Brilliant.
anyway, I don't want to get too, go down that rabbit hole of reminiscing, but yeah.
Reminisce as much as you like. Do it. Fuck it. You haven't seen each other for a while, so
Yeah. A lot of good funny moments like that.
I love it.
So
So where did the idea for Dake and Tyke actually come from then?
I don't even know.
From what I remember, it's like I'm pretty sure we were just hanging out one night and thought it'd be a funny idea, like two stoner friends or whatever. But I think honestly, we were shopping one day, and I found just walking out of the store, there was this little leather mustache, and I was like, oh, it says the Gentleman's Stash on it, and we had come up with the name the Gentleman Stoners maybe I think a year before, maybe didn't do anything.
I think we had written something, and it was just kind of sitting there.
Yeah.
And then one week we were just like, hey, let's do that.
Yeah, exactly. And I saw the stash, grabbed it. It's $5. Debated almost not getting it, but grabbed it, and then we pretty much wrote the whole thing around that little leather mustache. And
that was a very fortunate
What
time.
exactly is it?
Yeah. Like, you mean the prop or
the actual prop? Every time I look at it, I'm like, what actually is that?
It's a little grooming kit for mustaches. There was little brushes and trimmers in there.
I'd probably do with that now soon.
Yeah,
company. That's like one of the greatest names ever.
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
It's amazing. So obviously, the first episode came out May 2019. At what point did you actually sit down and decide we're going to do this? We're going to record it, release it. How long did that process take?
It happened pretty quickly.
It was, yeah.
That first episode, I think we shot it over a weekend.
Yeah, a couple days. And then editing was quick. Yeah, I can't remember if it was 1 to 3. We were just pumping them out.
Yeah, we just kept going.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very quick though once it started. I think just because we had such a good time, and we hadn't really ever made anything together officially, other than music videos and short films in high school. So yeah, I mean, for me it was just it just felt so good to do. I just felt really inspired and motivated, and yeah, I mean, there's just something for me different with film, video stuff. Music is great, but with the video stuff, it's a whole different world. When you're making that, it's just, I don't know, it makes me feel like life just has so much of a purpose. It's so hard to explain, but I mean, you guys probably feel the same way with things that you do, and everyone has their thing, but yeah, so it was a lot of fun.
It must be quite a lengthy process though, because obviously you have to write it, then you have to film it, act in it, remember the lines, then edit it, and God knows what else. I make sure you got the props for this and props for that, and then they've got the areas for this, and you're going to shoot over here. And obviously, because it's just the two of you, so how do you actually make that work? Obviously, with it only being the two of you.
I think something about that actually makes it easier.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, because you can just sort of on the fly, we're going to do this instead, or sub this location in for whatever. Nothing to schedule, just go out and do it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the biggest thing, I think the hardest thing is the writing. And I honestly, I kind of let Micah handle most of that, just because I've never been the best with writing dialogue and scripts and stuff. So I'll kind of be these are my rough ideas, story points or character ideas. And then Micah does a lot of the heavy lifting with the writing. And yeah, I would say the props, getting the props and costumes is one of the harder parts, going out and finding the right things. But yeah, the shooting is easy. Just pass the camera back and forth. We got our scripts there. We just do we say our lines maybe 3 or 4 times and make some stuff up. And
yeah, I was going to say, are there any moments of proper improv where you just start saying stuff and then it's that's actually funny than what's written down or that? Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, dude. Definitely, man. Yeah. I feel I can't think of specific moments, but a lot of times it's just a couple, it'll be the delivery on something or a couple lines, or in episode 5, that Ron's monologue when he's saying, I was just writing that on the way to shooting it in the car. I was just going through. Yeah, I just wrote that on the way and hit record, and I just did it. Ended up reshooting it because I didn't like how the character, I wanted to add the glasses, but yeah. So it's just all just kind of whatever, just having fun, man.
I was going to ask about improv work and stuff because episode 4, when Dake's walking through the house, And just sorry, is it episode 4? I've gone blank now. But
Yeah,
it is episode 4.
I think so. Yeah.
The things you're saying, like, I was like, where the fuck is this coming from? Like, you couldn't have written this down.
No, I didn't. I don't think I did.
I don't think so. No, I think we started walking through the house, getting shots, and whatever.
Yeah, dude. I couldn't tell you, man.
I just remember watching. I was just like, I feel like if someone's to say, "What's Dake and Tyke about?" I was like, just watch this scene.
Basically, yeah. Yeah, I think
absolutely glorious.
Yeah, man. I feel like we learn what it's about every time we shoot. You know, like when we shot the first episode, we just didn't really know what it was, and then it just kind of like grows itself. You know, and we kind of have this idea of like the bigger story that obviously we haven't like conveyed yet to everybody, but yeah.
So, as far as writing is concerned, as you're saying, there with the story, like, what does a typical writing session for this sort of thing look like? Is it just like a rough outline and you work it out on the set, or is it all like pre-written, ready to go?
It's always been pre-written, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of times it's just like, just like text back and forth, you know, like voice notes back and forth, doing the characters, and then just kind of jot it down, and yeah.
Found out 10 pages of screenplay and take it to the location and do it.
Yeah.
I could just only imagine what those voice note conversations sound like.
So yeah, there's like thousands.
Yeah.
We always made this joke that like Facebook has like a dedicated team of like investigating our conversation, trying to understand what it is.
Zuckerberg, he just sent his voice note. What's it saying?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
They're out in that field where, you know, and obviously in the most recent episode 6, they're obviously out in the fields being like, oh, guys, one of them been shot. One's been shot. Yeah. A man talking about cheddar. Yes, I know. It's odd. I know. He's talking about cheddar weather. I don't understand.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Oh. But one thing that always stands out to me is like, and no matter how like hilarious and stuff is, the writing's really clever, and it, you know, especially the way the episodes, like the feel of the episodes. You got like episode 2 is like a horror episode, and you get episode 3 that's like a crime drama, like old school, which the voices just crack me up in that one. But where did that idea come from? Was that something you always wanted to do?
I think we started off with the first one, and we ended up doing sort of a war type thing, and then I don't know, we just kind of ran with it. Add a little bit of Dake and Tyke's story into a genre, and that kind of carried into all the episodes, really.
It's really cleverly done.
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to pause a minute. Braden, that was the biggest water bottle I've ever seen in my fucking life. What?
It's pretty large. Yeah, I mean, I always drink the gallon jugs, but they get all like, you know, algae, like if you refill them too much, so yeah.
Just really threw me off the note. What the fuck?
All right, yeah, they just like get all gross. So yeah, I don't know. It's just I just gotta like I gotta drink a lot of water, otherwise I feel like garbage. So yeah.
The other thing that stands out to me though is how well the show is made with like lighting and I'd say effects, but obviously there's occasionally purposely terrible effects. But is that what you bring to Micah with like the lighting and stuff like that? Because obviously you work in film and video, don't you?
We both work on it. We honestly, that drives us nuts pretty much every episode. We're always trying to get better quality, right?
Definitely, yeah.
So it's good to hear. But yeah.
I'd say
we're
like
both kind of nerds about that stuff.
Yeah, definitely, man. I feel like I trust Mike a lot with that kind of stuff because he just knows more about like lighting and whatever. So, but yeah, that's one thing that's because we pretty much had like 1 or 2 LED lights. Like we don't have much like as far as like lighting equipment. So a lot of it is just natural lighting. I think we use a lot.
Mm.
So yeah, I'd say we definitely take advantage of that as much as we can.
We've got a couple of these portable tiny LED lights that if we need any like ring lighting or anything extra, we carry those around. Yeah. We got some for the colored lighting. We have what do you call them? Like book report covers. There's one red one and a blue one. So it's cheap effects.
Dude, it's like zero budget, a $0 budget, man. Like, yeah, so which is great though, because I've always liked that. Just milk what you have. Like just just use what you have.
It doesn't need to be like a massive motion picture, does it? It needs to have all this effects and all this shit going on because it's just great as it is. It works as it is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Yeah, I think it's great. And I mean, episode 4 is probably one of my favorite episodes with trousers and sitting in that park. But have you ever had any encounters where you've been filming stuff with people just going, what the fuck are you guys doing?
A couple times. Yeah, actually,
trousers runs off, doesn't he, naked in the field?
Yeah, wasn't there like a family like around the corner that we didn't see? Like parents with their kids.
There was a kids baseball game going on there, so
no.
we were way off to the side, but I think we kind of missed one family there when we did that scene.
And there was one guy. It's so funny. There was when we were shooting that episode 3 with like the detectives, like that old like stone place where they kind of meet up. There's this guy, like that was our hometown, Lindsay, or my hometown. Well, I guess Micah lived a little bit outside there, but that's where we went to school and everything. But there's this guy that was riding one of those like, you know, those like scooters, moped things, like, you know, that they have in Walmart and stuff. Like he was just kind of sitting there. He's this guy that he's been around the town since I was a kid, like just one of those guys, you know, like the town guy.
Yeah.
He was just kind of sitting there, and he started asking us about it, and he was being really weird. He was saying some weird stuff, but it's always kind of like people are super intrigued with that, you know, any film stuff. It's like, you know, people are shooting a YouTube video and anyone thinks it's like a Hollywood movie. You know what I mean? Like people, I think just because people don't understand it, they think it's just so cool, which is like the magic of film. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even if it's whatever it is, like YouTube or big screen stuff.
It's that same weird shit. You're going, yeah, keep going, yeah.
Yeah, right. Well, I feel like a lot of our characters come from real people. Sorry, go ahead, Mike.
I still think about that one guy. We were shooting at one of Lindsay's biggest event venues. That was the Mushroom Man scene.
With the church.
Yeah. And one guy walked in. I think that must have been an interesting sight to see.
Yeah. This like old Christian guy that like ran the church. He didn't know what we were filming.
A bunch of mushrooms and a dude with a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. You bet your ass that I can.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That was fun.
Oh, great.
Oh.
Yep.
So I was saying earlier about improv stuff like that. How many takes does it take to do some of these scenes? Because I imagine you must piss yourself laughing so much while trying to record this show.
Sometimes, yeah. I do when Mike is doing Gord, like I can't keep my shit together. Like that to me is like the funniest thing ever. So with Gord stuff, I feel like we gotta do more takes. But I feel like for the most part, we kind of, you know, we can hold our breath while we're hitting record and then laugh after. But yeah, some stuff, it's like with the duck and the eggs and stuff, like all the sauce.
Food.
Yeah.
That gets tough.
How much sauce did you use?
How many bottles did I bring over? Like quite a few.
What did we have? We had like some kind of dressing and then ketchup, mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Like 6 or 7 bottles of that.
Oh.
Yeah.
And when I got sprayed in the face, we used the dressing, which was a really bad idea because it was super vinegary. So that took a while to recover from.
No,
good shot though. It was a good shot.
I mean,
It
it's
was
great.
a great shot.
Fuck, that was a stun for hours.
Yeah.
There's certain scenes when I watch them, so I don't know how you kept it together. Like the name has completely escaped me now, but the scene where the little rubber thing goes down the creek.
Johnson, yeah.
And Dake is just having that most emotional moment. It's like you're an amazing duck with an even better Sarge. I was like, how the hell do you not just piss yourself laughing doing that?
That was a heavy scene.
It's very emotionally driven. I was quite impressed.
I think sometimes too, it's like, you know, you get so into the character where it's like, it's not funny because to the character, it's very real. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, that's one thing I think we both love about the show is that the characters don't ever question what's happening. It's just like, it's so real to them. Like, doesn't make any sense, but it doesn't need to. It's like, yeah. So it's so fun to sink into that, you know?
Did anything actually like inspire you to make Dake and Tyke at all? Like anything that you saw and you went, oh, I've got a good idea for a cat, or does it literally just go, I've got a great idea, guys. 2 guys stoned every time, perfect, done. Cheers, then, easy. From like watching any movies or
I think the format just lends itself well to this random weird stuff we come up with. So
yeah,
2 stone guys kind of passively experiencing whatever gets thrown at them is
yeah, it's great.
Pretty much the perfect way to do that.
I know we both like stuff like Tim and Eric, Awesome show. Like we were both huge fans of that, and that's kind of the extent of my comedy stuff. I don't watch a ton of other things. Yeah, but that was kind of for me probably one of the biggest inspirations of doing like the comedy. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Tim and Eric, but
I know of Tim and Eric.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay, that's something we need to look up after this then.
Yeah, that's.
I know of it. Yeah, it's very Canadian by all accounts. Yeah,
you guys would like it.
But what makes me laugh is like obviously drug culture. A lot of people, stoners, but Hollywood seems to love stoner duos. Jay and Silent Bob, Harold and Kumar, Cheech and Chong. What is it about them? Do you think that people just like? I love this shit. This is amazing.
Because it's funny. Like it just is. You know.
It's fun to hang out with characters like that, right?
Yeah, because they're just chill. You know.
Not high
they're
stakes.
Just like
you're just kind of experiencing things with them.
Yeah. Yeah, like they're and they're kind of stupid, and like it makes you feel like you're not. I would say probably,
That's a part of it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I feel like just because just like tiny trivial little things just become such a giant deal in a lot of those worlds. Like Harold and Kumar, it's like getting some cheeseburgers is like this massive adventure, and like this is so funny, man.
It's refreshing too, because a lot of comedies like. Higher budget comedies, they have to have sort of a heavy through line, right? Like you got to add the drama, so you don't see it too much anymore, I think.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah. Again, like with the cancel culture shit, it's just getting ridiculous. Like
cancel all the stoner movies.
Yeah, and now South Park's still going strong.
Mm-hmm.
So fucking love that show. It's like one of the only ones left, I think. But yeah, pretty much everyone's just like, I don't like that because he said the word Muslim. Take it off. Get rid of it now. Bullshit.
Dude, I know. Yeah, it sucks, man. I mean, I'm very much like, just fuck that stuff, man. Like, because I feel like I know Mike feels the same. It's like you got to separate art from that stuff. Like,
yeah,
you can't. I don't know what the right word is, but just like changing art and changing stories for the sake of certain things. It's like, what's the point then? That's how I feel. But
yeah. I mean, it's almost like people have forgotten what a joke is and just how to have a bit of a laugh. There's obviously lines that you can't cross, but it just seems the lines seem to be getting close. Like there's going to be nothing, so there'll be no comedy, there'll be nothing at all because someone's going to get offended by something. If you don't like it, don't watch it.
Right, yeah.
Simple as that. Just don't watch it. There you go, sorted. Yeah. It's like people complain about music festivals. If you don't like the bands that are playing, don't go.
Right, yeah. Yeah, and I feel like what kind of with Dake and Tyke, like it's not even about the weed, like it's not even about the being stoned, like at least to us, like anymore. I feel like that it comes up in a couple scenes, but it's really more just about like the weird characters and
we keep it pretty light. It's pretty much an adult cartoon. I think if there was no weed and no swearing, the kids could watch it.
Yeah, definitely. I think so too.
Saying that, with like censorship and stuff like that, does YouTube never flag the content? Because obviously marijuana, so I don't know if YouTube ever flags things like that.
I'm pretty sure they did. They just said like it's not appropriate for kids or something. So it needs to be it's rated. Yeah. I think I got an email of that, but yeah, man, that stuff's just, that's a whole other thing too. But I just try not to think about any of that and just throw it up there and yeah.
So, of course, alongside Dake and Tyke, there are obviously some absolutely phenomenal characters, obviously also included, like Gord, who's probably one of my favourites. And obviously, we all like to do a bit of an art every now and again. So, it's just the greatest thing ever. And watching you cock the gun was just... you'll never get better acting anywhere else. It's the fucking best. Just walking through the forest. Oh, boy.
So good, dude. Yeah, that scene, man, that was one of the hardest for me, like, not laughing. Like, that was just such a great performance from Micah, dude. Like, the leather jacket and everything was just, like, perfect.
That was a tough one. Like, I have to glue on all the eyebrows and the mustache and walk way out there in the snow, and it's really cold. And Gord himself is a very physical performance. I have to tense my whole body up. So, yeah, that's
It's whenever I see the clogs, I'm like, how the fuck is he walking in those?
Those suck. Yeah, those really are not fun to walk in. So we keep that at a minimum.
Yeah. So funny.
Gordon Ron, again, but they're up there with the Belgians. So with Carter and Amos, just where did the inspiration come for Gord? Like, how did Gord? How was he born?
I don't even know. I think what happened was Braden was talking about. I think we came up with the idea of Jubby Juniors and the cheddar and all that, and then I was driving my car and it was hot as balls in the summer, and it just kind of came out of me. Apparently, it was deep inside me the whole time. I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, this old man with strange tics came out of me.
Dude, and like I hadn't like until we were shooting on the day and I hit record, I hadn't seen the character, so Micah just did it, and I was like, oh my god, it's so good.
But sorry. So as far as the script is concerned, like the things he said, how do you come up with the voices for some of these people? Because the voices are hilarious. Like we were just saying with Gord then, and the Belgians. Don't get me started on the fucking Belgians. They crack me up so much. But where do these voices come from? Is it just you guys being idiots on voice notes?
Honestly,
much, yeah.
Basically,
it's a lot. It's a process of refinement via voicemail.
Yeah, literally is. Yep. And with the Belgians, like they were very much inspired by like a real person that we know. Very much.
You've got to divulge some information on that one. Come on.
All right, he's never gonna see this, so I will. This guy named Freddie, he's actually a Belgian man. He drove me and Micah. Like Micah came on tour with me in Europe one time, and he was our driver, Belgian guy. And that's Pep in the show in the Polaroids. That's Freddie.
I was going to ask that. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so the Belgians are just, I mean, that's why we got the red shirts, because he would wear the same red shirt every day. He'd sleep in the van, and yeah. So, yeah, so they're just based off him and just trying to perfect his accent and stuff, so. He doesn't know he's in the show. Hopefully he never sees it. But
no, I think he'd feel honoured.
I hope so, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And say the crumbs. We need to get it.
So yeah.
The amount of times me and Tom just do that now.
You two literally, like I literally live vicariously through you two, so I just literally do everything. I'll just shout randomly, be in the middle of work. It's like, I don't know, fixing some glasses or something. It's go, all right.
It happens.
Yeah, it's weirdly, like, because I mean, I got, some other friends too that like have seen it, or I'll just do this stuff around them and they start doing it and saying some of the stuff. So it's just like this weirdly kind of like an infectious thing. Like, I don't know. It feels good to do those voices, and like physically feels good to make those noises. Oh, 100%. I don't know if that's something wrong with me, but yeah.
No.
It does feel good to get them out.
You two have started something that the world needs to see.
Yeah.
But you bring up an interesting point there, Braden, because obviously you're known for SayWeCanFly, the music, but Dake and Tyke is so polar opposite to what you're known for with your music. Is that like a good creative outlet for you? Like, I don't want to say therapy as such, but just like that way to get out that other side of your personality.
Yeah, man, that's absolutely it's therapy for sure. Yeah, because I don't know, I feel like I spent a lot of time kind of like just trying to keep my like social persona in this kind of world, so yeah, that's Dake and Tyke. It really, genuinely, aside from just like creative outlet, it really helped me grow as a person too. Like, just I don't know, because comedy helps me like express a side of myself that I never could. It just, so, and it's just kind of, it's showed me parts of myself I never knew before. So it's really helped me grow as a person, and which bleeds into the music stuff. And yeah.
Do you ever get fans like who come to your concerts and stuff instead of like Dake and Tyke, this stuff's amazing? Yeah, see, sometimes I do. Like some people are just like diehard. Like the last tour I did, there were some people that would ask me about it and say like their favorite parts and favorite characters. So it's awesome, man. Because I feel like that's kind of why we do it, is just for the people that just really love it. Doesn't matter how many that is. So yeah, and like even on Halloween, there was a couple of people that like dressed up as some of the characters and sent me pictures, and just it's so awesome, man. That's amazing.
So awesome.
Micah every time.
I think there was a gourd, yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So Mike, have you always had like you've always wanted to act sort of thing? Or what style have you wanted to do? No, you've always wanted to be a writer, or what is like your motivation?
I was always into direction. Before we even started this, I had absolutely no interest in acting. And I did it pretty much out of necessity. And so that was interesting to discover that I could do it, really. Yeah, comedy stuff now is kind of a part of me. So yeah, but I was always interested in directing and writing, and I never wanted to be in front of the camera until now.
Is that an avenue you want to pursue now after doing Dake and Tyke?
Oh yeah, I want to continue. I don't know how seriously, but it's something I really enjoy doing for sure.
Do it.
Definitely.
Be great. Be fucking amazing.
I'll try to keep it up. Yeah.
Absolutely.
The thing is, though, not just say this because I talked to you. You're good at it. Like that stuff with Gord. That takes some skill to pull something like that off.
I appreciate. Yeah, I don't know what that would translate to. Maybe a children's show or something. But I can definitely do those odd characters somewhere for whoever needs it.
I'd love to see Gord's children's show. I just cannot imagine that would work.
I've always thought it'd be interesting to see him interacting with puppets and whatnot. So,
that needs to be
maybe someday. Yeah.
Just feeding him all cheddar.
Yeah. Fever dream Gord.
Speaking of spin-offs and stuff, you did Buds on Buds with the Wonky Cobblebuckle.
Yeah.
Where did that? Was that just trying to do something different to keep it going between episodes? Where did that idea come from?
Pretty much, I think. And yeah, we just kind of thought it'd be fun to just sit down and do something that's less like scripted, and because that was not scripted at all. Just sit there and talk about a weed strain, basically. Yeah.
Yep.
I genuinely thought, like halfway through, as it kept going, I was like, they're not actually going to smoke this at any point. When you're doing the countdown timer to it, I was like, they're not actually. It's going to end before they even light this up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are you?
No, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, do you plan to do any more of that?
I hope so. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're hoping to start shooting again like later this year. So I know we were thinking about doing another one, but I don't know what happened. But yeah, I don't know if you know this, but we have a completely dry set. It's all just tea that we're smoking. Just to put that out there. No weed, no real weed.
Oh, okay. Oh, so okay, got it. It's just tea leaves.
Yeah, just tea leaves. Yeah. Except nice. I think I accidentally smoked some real at some point along the way, but I didn't mean to. I'm pretty sure in the garage when I was doing the boxing and stuff.
Yes.
I think it might have been. Maybe.
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't sure then if that was it's not real wink.
No, it genuinely is not completely dry set.
So. I don't know how much we'd get done if it was real. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Weirder.
If Zuckerberg asks, it's not real. So, have you guys got any particular like favorite characters or scenes or moments from the show that you just like? This was the best moment ever.
Man, I gotta think about that one. There's so many, dude. I know I do. I just can't. I'm trying to recall them right now. I think some of like my favorite moments are just the ones that make like zero sense at all. Like it's somehow a big deal, but it doesn't matter. You know, like I mean, there's one. I was just watching a trailer for episode 6 the other day. You know, and it starts off with like the Belgian guys like take it wiggies, dipsies, the Jareds, and there's like a pause. He's like that klots, and there's a big like dramatic reverb, and it's like what does it even mean? Like it makes no sense, but it's apparently some big dramatic thing. You know,
that's the bit that gets me every time. Take it wiggies.
Yeah, there's just some lines, and most of the lines are like delivered like from Micah that I love, like the Gord, some of the Gord lines.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I love all of it.
Elite.
Yeah, he's my favorite character for sure.
It's just some of the random things that come out, like not even part of the story. It's just I can't remember what episode it was now. Where Dake just randomly goes, "Holy tit suckling buzzards, boys," and I just died. I was like, where does that even come from?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
What about you, Mike? Have you got any favorite like characters moments?
Oh, I love Ron's monologue. running through all the Jubby Junior's menu items. I think it never gets old for me. And then it cuts to the commercial, and it's perfect.
So that was amazing because I forgot that was in there. So it comes up with I wrote it down. I think the Sarge, the duck on the skateboard.
My Little Sarge.
My Little Sergeant. That was it. Yeah.
Chubby Duck Jr.
Chubby Duck Jr. That was so great. Definitely, because I was a bit confused. Obviously, it's Bobstar Network, and Bobstar was in the live show, but he's not in the live 420. But he's not actually in Dake and Tyke yet, is he?
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
But then there's Lord Silverwig. But I remember having some ideas about what I thought was going on. And I remember you, Braden, were like, but are you sure though? But really though? But is that exactly what you think though?
Yeah.
It's great. I love that the story is going off and you just have no fucking clue what's going to happen next. So I love it. Like, I really fucking hope Dake's not dead. But then obviously it was Chubby Juniors, and all of a sudden after the Greasomatic, it's now Grubby Groonies. So I was like, it's an alternate universe. What is going on? Because obviously Ron dancing in was fucking excellent as well.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. It's fun, man. And even for me, like, there's just random things that I'll just randomly tie together. Like, even like you just said, Grubby Grooniers, Greasomatic. I'm like, GR Grease, GR Grubby. Like, maybe it has something to do with
that'll work for something.
Right, exactly. So I feel like when we shoot it and edit it, like the story reveals itself to us too, which is why it's partially so
cool.
Fun.
That's quite clever in a way as well. You're doing it without realizing you're doing it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
What about you, Tom? What have you got any particular favourite characters moments?
Gord is definitely one of my favourites. Like I said, with the cock and the gun in the middle of the forest when it's all the snow, it's just one of the best things ever. But I also love the Belgians. So just with the radio show, etc. But yeah, my favourite scene ever is with Trousers and Micah when Micah's taking a piss, and it's that thing that says "You're stoned as tits, bud." Oh. And then Trousers appears. It's like I actually wrote it down. Only one may wield the power. Only one. It's great. It's fucking great. I loved it. I get like, only one. I started getting at the half watching it, and she loves it.
Nice.
Watch the first episode. She's like, I should watch more of this later.
This, like I said, the Belgians crap me up, but there's two scenes I love. Tyke, when obviously he's got all the things pinned up on the wall. And he's like, it started in ancient Egypt. And he's like, absolutely roaring. Absolutely. Pop. So, yeah, that bit. And Tom knows me. It's the most basic, stupid throwaway lines and moments that kill me in programs. Episode 1, where Dake is just like, there's someone at the door. And then Tyke's just sat there eating raw pasta, dipping it in. Absolutely roaring. I was like, what is happening in this program right now?
That's so funny. Yeah.
Oh, I love it so much.
Yeah. That's the Tyke character. He's just looking for snacks. So
yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much the extent of that.
Yeah.
Oh, did you have to hire the cafe out in episode 2?
Yeah, that's kind of a funny story. There's a place called Dave's Diner, which was like
right now.
I lived down the street from it. Like I shot Here's My Heart video there, and like I knew the owner pretty well, and I'd just been going there, throughout high school, so it was kind of just part of my life. So the new owner, he like knew about my music, and just like kind of knew him. He's really nice, and I was like, hey man, like we have this project we're working on. Like, would it be okay if we filmed there? And he's like, yeah, sure, that's fine. So he like let us use it after hours. And so he was just in the back the whole time we were shooting that whole diner scene. And so we finished it. He never really saw what we were doing. Whenever it was done, I emailed it to him like, hey man, like, because he was like, yeah, I want to see it, like show me, and we'll repost it on our Facebook page. So I emailed it to him and I was like, hey man, thanks again, here's the video. Never heard back from him to this day. So yeah, I don't know if he so
I'm not gonna have people think that people wait 45 minutes for their food.
Yeah, right. So yeah, because I thought about that. I was like, did this, because we showed the Dave's Diner in the episode. So
who was the other guy that was like the gentleman stand?
That was one of our other good friends, Ben, who we also have known since kindergarten.
I love it so much. But one question I do need to ask is, what do you know about hollandaise sauce?
Not very much. I recently learned that you can buy it in a box.
Wait, what?
A box?
Yeah, apparently. I thought I had no idea that existed, so that's good to know.
Just that line just cracked me up. Just randomly. What do you know about hollandaise sauce? I'm just dying.
Hollandaise sauce.
Yeah, that was a fun time, dude.
Sweet.
Wait, how was it again?
Hollandaise sauce.
Yeah, that was fun.
I love that voice so much. But the voice as well for the main characters are Dake and Tyke. Where do those voices come from? Is that just what your depiction of a stoner sounds like?
No, buddy, that's like Ontario, Canada, buddy, right? Repping darts down the 407 and, just having a couple beers with the boys, right?
Fuck yeah, bud. Down at the Lickbo there. Fuck yeah.
That's like how people talk where we're from, basically. A little bit exaggerated, but yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Ontario slang through and through.
Yeah.
Oh, so Christmas Day 2020, as we said earlier, was the last episode. So when are you going to be back? Because you left it on such a cliffhanger. I need to know now because this is driving me mad. I've waited long enough.
Well, we're hoping to. I don't know if we're going to for sure, but we're hoping to release something on this 420, even if it's just like a little thing that that's kind of what we're hoping to do. But yeah, I mean, sometime. We don't have an exact date yet, but I know we've written a ton more. We have a movie that's been like pretty much sketched out, and so we have a ton more written. We just kind of gotta like bunker down and do it. Yeah.
It's a Dake and Tyke movie that I need to see.
Dude, it's brilliant, man. Like Micah did a lot of the writing, and it was like scenes that we had kind of talked about and structured, together before. But dude, it's hilarious, man. Like I read it and I was just like pissing myself.
Is it a spin-off though, as in like it's just a separate story, or is Lord Silverwig, is it all gonna get tied off, or is it part of the whole story, or can you not talk about that?
I guess we could say it would stand on its own, but would reward viewers of the previous material.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that. That's a very diplomatic answer. I like that.
Yeah, I'm not going to even touch that answer. That's perfect. Perfect.
Love it.
Amazing. So what's next for you both then? What are you doing outside of Dake and Tyke? I know you've just released a new single, haven't you, Braden?
I did, yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'm just working on more music stuff. I got a whole backlog of stuff to release, and yeah, working on it, like just a little bit of solo like writing for some film stuff, but yeah, same old stuff, man.
What about you, Micah? We don't really know much about you outside of Dake and Tyke. What is it you did? You would do anything else creatively outside of this?
I do some podcast stuff. I do some writing, some filming. It's been light for the last little while, but I think this summer I'll get back into more.
What podcast stuff are you doing?
That one was called Cop That Stock. I did that last year during the pandemic when we were all locked down. So that was a fun time. It's a different kind of character for me. So yeah.
Is that available anywhere to find it, or?
That's on YouTube. Yeah, you can just YouTube it.
Sweet. I think I'm definitely gonna do that. Then I'll check that out.
Cool.
Tom, have you got any more questions?
Yeah, well, I was just basically asking what the plan for the future was, but we pretty much know that you obviously got a movie planned. But you did a live 420. Are you going to do another one of those bad boys?
I don't know if we're going to do a live this year, but
not this year.
Yeah, not this year.
That was tough to pull together.
Yeah, dude, that was a lot of planning and work because we had to pre-shoot all the scene, so many of the scenes, and had to like write the story mixed in with our live stuff. But it was a lot of fun, man. It was
great. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah,
the Bob Starr thing, and you go down to and then the studio blew up or something. It was just fucking great. And then all the adverts were amazing as well. Just it was just excellent. But yeah, I can imagine a lot of planning goes into it. A lot of work goes into it, pre-record, especially like you said. So obviously quite monumental to do something. I think it's like an hour and a bit long as well. The other thing as well I noticed is that episode 5 is 40 minutes long, whereas every other episode is about 10 or 15. Did you not fancy halving that, or why was that one so much longer?
That one was we wrote probably a 15-20 minute episode, and then we just kind of started as we were editing it, kind of adding on because we just wanted to do more stuff and turn into a bit of a beast.
Yeah,
it's great. The prospector as well at the end and the Grease about it.
Yeah,
Johnson dying.
Yeah, man, that one was so fun to do.
The scene with Dake trying to get that little Tyke's car started.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
yeah, Mechanic Dake. That was a good
Mechanic
character.
Dick. Yeah, like I for some reason was looking at it as like a different character. Like I was like, this is Mechanic Dick. He's like serious, like about cars. Like, yeah, man, good time. I don't know. I think too for some reason back that like at that point I was just like I just wanted to pack as many different characters in one episode as we could, just to so just be able to watch that and be like, yeah, we did that, and that was like because it's rewarding, It's really rewarding. So,
well, very much looking forward to seeing more when you guys are able to get back together and do more stuff.
yeah.
Absolutely. It's just like I said, for people that are like wanting to are listening to watching this, how would you describe the show to them? If someone's turned around to you and go, "Oh, you do the show, Dake and Tyke, what's it about?" How do you describe it to people? Because I don't know where to start.
Live action cartoon.
Yeah,
I like
that's
that.
kind of what we look
That's
at
what
it
I
as.
usually say.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I forget what our IMDb description is, but it's just basically just about two guys that are on a journey to stop the world from this evil Lord Silverwig and encounter a bunch of weird characters along the way, basically.
It's fucking good. Like, we can't recommend it enough. Like we said during this, like, me and Tom are constantly, especially the Belgians, I don't remember the last time I didn't want something. I didn't go, don't want it, don't need it. Like anything in life.
Yeah, dude, it's yeah. I appreciate it, guys. Thanks. Glad you guys like it so much. It's awesome.
But Braden, as we have you here, and obviously this behind us and what I'm wearing today, stay cozy. You are the man behind that. Oh, Tom's gone into darkness. Is there any updates on Stay Cozy, new lines, anything like that, anything people to look out for?
Yeah, we just released a tie-dye hoodie, which is almost gone, but I think next week we're restocking a pavement hoodie. Well, I don't know when this will come out, but yeah, there's 3 or 4 new hoodies coming out in the next week or two.
Beautiful.
This is out in 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
So yeah, by the time this comes out, there should be some new hoodies on the store, and also have a Stay Cozy smartphone app people can download if they want.
So before we let you guys get out of here, I can't remember if you've played this before, Braden. Have you played our quick fire round game?
I think I did. I don't know.
No, I couldn't remember. I was asking Tom earlier. I couldn't remember if you played it. But we do have a game we like to play with our guests on the show called the quick fire round. And it is literally, we ask you a question and you answer it as quickly as you can. Would you both like to play our quick fire game?
I'd absolutely fancy it.
First question. You can decide amongst yourselves who answers first. Your favourite pizza topping?
Cheese. Extra cheese.
I'd say rubber.
Rubber?
Yeah. No, I would also say cheese, probably.
Cheddar.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Your first ever job?
Baker.
Wait, what?
Baker.
Oh yeah, Baker. I worked at a grocery store.
That's no fun, is it? We've both done that sort of work. It's no fun.
No, it was absolute ass. I'll tell you that.
What is your favourite joke to tell?
I think that's we don't know any. Dude, I've struggled with that my whole life, man. People are like, "Tell me a joke." I'm like,
Yes, literally on the spot. It's
life. I mean, I don't know.
Okay, we'll go over a different one for that. If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
We suck at this. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm terrible. Anything I come up with is just boring.
Wow. I'm good. I don't need one.
I'm perfect.
I got Gord as my alter ego. I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say we got, to me, being able to do that weird stuff is kind of a superpower on its own. And I'm happy with capping it at that.
Love that answer, though. It's a great answer. And last one. If there was to be a movie about your life, who would play you in that movie?
Peter Dinklage, probably. Yeah.
The panda head would be the size of him.
No, I'd have Shia LaBeouf play me. Real talk, probably. I know I'm canceled after saying that, but I don't give a shit. He's my favorite actor.
I think he's actually a great actor. He's nuts, but I think he's a great actor. I'd actually quite like to see that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Micah?
Let's go Michael Cera.
Oh,
I can totally see
I need to see him in more stuff.
it's fucking awesome.
I just want to see Shia LaBeouf and Michael Cera do Dake and Tyke now.
That would be great.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
That means Michael Cera be gored. That'd be just excellent on so many levels.
Michael Cera, he grew up like pretty close to where we lived, which is kind of funny.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Considering I watched Juno the other day, that makes it even funnier in my head.
It's a great movie.
It's a great movie. Boys, this has been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for doing this. And we can't encourage all of you people watching this, go and check out Dake and Tyke. It's on YouTube. It's free. Go and check it out because it's hilarious.
And subscribe.
Subscribe,
hit the bell so you get the notifications when new videos get posted because you do not want to miss them.
Not at all. Before we let you go, though, any plugs, social medias you want people to go and check out?
Well, I think, what is it, Instagram, Dake and Tyke?
I think so, yeah. Go check that out.
Go check it out. There's not much on there, but there will be.
What is there is comedy gold.
Yeah,
so.
There's some random clips we put up there that you don't see anywhere else. So
lots of great reviews on there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Decent.
Again, thank you so much for doing this, guys. It means the world. Like Braden, no doubt we'll find an excuse to have you on for a fourth time. You've probably got some other project we haven't talked about yet. So,
let's have Dake and Tyke round.
I was trying to come up with a good answer, like funny answer, but I couldn't. So, yeah. Thank you guys. This is really nice.
No, it's been great.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Not at all, but we really appreciate doing this. So yeah, and when Dake and Tyke needs more exposure, it needs more people, more eyes on it. It needs to be bigger. It needs to get pushed, and people need to see it and enjoy it and tell their friends about it. Then they tell their friends about it. Then everyone just turns into God for the rest of their life. Could you imagine if the entire world was just going all right at each other all the time?
You know what? It would be a better world. Let's be honest.
It really would. It really would. Everyone says to Gordon Run, or the Belgians, or trousers is just everywhere all of a sudden.
I don't know if I'd want everyone walking around dressed like trousers, but dressed like trousers junior, that I could definitely go.
Yeah, that's so funny.
That space helmet cracks me up every time.
It really made me laugh if in a couple of weeks you got a message off Freddie being like, "What's this? You're making me sound like I'm a twat."
Yeah. What is it? Yeah.
We don't need that, all right?
No, I love that guy.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much again. And hopefully we can get ourselves on the Bobstar Network as well one day.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, it's been a pleasure. Have a great rest of day. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you soon.
All right, lads.
All right. Take care.
Thank you.
Tattiest of buys.
Have a greasy one.
Keep it grease.
Hey, Jamie. Do you like being cozy?
I do.
And do you like staying cozy?
I like that even more.
Then just heading over to www.staycozyclothing.com,
where you can find hoodies, tees, sweaters, and much, much more.
And just enter The Chronicles as one word at checkout to receive 10% off your order.
And make sure you follow them on the Instagram at Stay Cozy Clothing to keep up to date with all the new designs.
Remember, guys, that's The Chronicles as one word at checkout to receive 10% off your order. And now back to this week's episode.
Just absolutely hilarious.
Wonderful, brilliant, incredible. Subscribe right fucking now. And while you're at it, hit our subscribe button too. Hit the bell. Comment on our YouTube.
Just massive thank you to these guys for coming on. It was amazing hearing like how young they were when they met and just the chemistry they had between them. Everyone go check out Dake and Tyke right now. You will not regret it.
I agree. And hopefully you guys enjoy listening to it as much as we did recording it.
for the audio drama feed, featuring such audio dramas as Bounty Hunters, Marty and Mars, Val Toby, and so much more. You can find all of these wonderful programs on Spotify or wherever you listen to podcasts. Or you can go to our website at www.audiodramafeed.com. We are thrilled to be affiliated with the Chronicles of Podcast with Tom and Jamie.